Right, storm Eunice on the farm. It's the 18th of February 22 and well, it's about 9:30 at the moment, but I've found a little bit of damage, which not too bad at the moment on the carport, and a couple of slates off, but it's not too bad at the moment. But I don't think we've got to the worst of the wind yet. At about 7 o'clock this morning, wasn't a lot of damage. Well, there's no damage at 7 o'clock. There was hardly any wind at all. Well, there was wind, but it wasn't nothing like it's normal, what we normally have. But it has picked up since then. Just after 8 o'clock, the wind turbine stopped due to the high winds because it's got a cut off on it, and it did start up again. But then there was a massive gust at about 8:30, and that I was still at home then, and it ripped the few sheets off my carport roof. They're pretty brittle anyway, and I was a bit concerned about that. I probably should have replaced it back last summer, but I didn't have time. But I coped with a few winds, but this one was too much for it. It's really windy now. It's 9:30. I'm in a bit of shelter. You can probably hear the wind blowing around outside. It's quite bad. But it's supposed to get worse until about 12, so we're just hanging on and seeing what happens, I suppose, and clean up afterwards. But yeah. It's pretty windy. Got a little hole and got a big hole. Only had a tiny bit of rain so far, but it's forecast some more rain. Everything's blowing around. Well, it was very tiny before, but we have got severe gale. But one good thing, it's not raining at the moment. Expect that'll change in a minute. So these old slate roofs, not a lot holding them on really, apart from the weight of the slates, and I've got a little hole there. Don't know if that's the only one. I haven't looked around the back yet. Standard. Well, the polytunnel's holding up okay. It should do, hopefully. I mean, it's only a couple of years the cover's been on, and the last one lasts for 15 or 16. I mean, we did have this panel was open before, so we have more wind blowing through, but hopefully that won't affect it too much. I mean, it's lifting, but it's flexible. Hopefully it won't rip. That corner over there by the ducts, the wood is pushed through. It's rotten a bit. It's an old piece of wood, not a new one, whereas we renewed all that side, but that side sort of pushed in there. But I don't think it's too bad. I've managed to wedge it again, so that's good. But yeah, it's always a bit of a worry when it's windy like this, but no good worrying about it, because worrying about it ain't gonna make any difference now. If he goes, and we'll put it back on again, I suppose. Whew. Well, that escalated. The pallets that I had there to hold the side up gave out, and these two uprights broken out the ground, and the whole side was blowing in right up to here. You can I've put this piece of wood on here now. This piece here broken off of there earlier, and I just wedged it. It wasn't a good enough job. This was blown all the way up to here. The whole side was blowing in. I mean, this was up like this. It was all we could do, just two of us to hang on to it. All the tensile stuff was all flapped in. I mean, the ducks are fine. They just think it's a bit of wind. What are you worried about? But yeah, everything had blown everywhere. The water butt had blown outwards. So we've put a bar in, we've supported it, and hopefully we've got a little bit more to do. And we'll make it so that it hopefully stays there. But I don't know, the wind's still getting stronger. Well, we have restored a little bit of security on here again. Would you believe the sun's come out now? 70-mile-an-hour winds and the sun's shining. We've got a little hole over there in the sheet, but I don't think that's a major drama. We'll patch that when it's dry. I don't know. I think this is going to hold now, but I thought it was before. We've got a long prop there. We've got all those blocks. We managed to get a bar in the ground over there. Hopefully that'll hold. It's just if the wood breaks, you know. But yeah, we've got to go see what else is happening, I suppose. It is still windy. It must have eased a little bit now. It's just gone 11:30 and the turbine is fired up again. The sun's shining. It's actually quite warm in the sunshine out of the wind, but not that you can get out of the wind very easily. But this hedge is a bit more sheltered here. But yeah. Yeah, so it could have been worse. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. The wind has eased a bit. We've got a big hole in the carport roof, but yeah, it's not so bad up that end. So we just have to move some stuff around a bit. There's not a lot of stuff in here to worry about. We'll just put it over there where it's a bit drier. Hopefully. It's going to rain tonight, but we can move it all before it rains. And I got the new roof sheets coming, ordered them up, so I'll just redo the whole roof this week sometime. Yeah, so the garden fence is down as well, and so that elm there is dead but still standing, and this one's been dead for a year or so, and haven't cut it down because of where it was, right on top of the hedge next to a big ditch, and it's leaning over now, so it'll make it easier to cut down. I suppose stuff will flop back into the hedge again. Not sure what has happened out here, but there's a few other dead elms. Yeah, there's a couple more. Wow. Yeah, we've got some damage in the trees here. There's quite a lot of daylight above me, which shouldn't be. Okay, so the poplar is broken off there, and whoa, wow, we've got quite a few elms down that weren't down yesterday. I don't think these ones were dead either. There's two there side by side. Another one there which is leaning. There's another one leaning the wrong way into the wind. Yeah, this one was still alive. And that one. Both of those were still alive. You can see it's still alive, that one. This one was dead and has come over, and that one that's leaning there is still alive. There's a load of elms in this hedge though, and lots of them are dying. There's another one there leaning sideways. That one's already dead. This is new as well. It's just come down. That one was obviously dead.